Caribbean, West Indian, Jamaican, whatever you want to call it. Today we're making a chicken curry from that part of the world. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. So let's first talk about our chicken. I've got 1 kg or 2.2 pound of chicken in there. The skin has been removed and any excess fat. The bone is cut into kind of fairly similar pieces. The only bits I didn't really take the skin off, I think, is the wings. I just can't be bothered to do that. So there's a little bit there. Some people cook this with the skin on, some without. Okay, we're going to go in here with, this is garlic and ginger mix. So there's 2 tablespoons. So a tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of ginger. I've minced that up. We've then got a teaspoon of salt, pepper, and thyme. I'm using dried thyme because I don't have a fresh one. Dunn's River, by the way, is a really famous brand if you want to try and get hold of that stuff. Now we're going to go with Scotch bonnet or habanero. Now, when you cut it, wear a glove. This stuff is absolute fire, like fire, but really, really delicious. If you can't get hold of that, give us a sec. Try and get hold of a bit of that stuff. I mean, the fresh is better, but that is fantastic, the Encona. Now, some people cook this with onions, some people cook it without. Today, I'm going to be doing it with onions, so I'm going to put in 1 cup of onion. We're going to grab a little bit of oil. A couple of tablespoons there. I'm going to go in with this glove and I'm going to mix this up. Now, if you want, you could leave this overnight in a refrigerator, or you can go straight away, but yeah, I'd probably leave it an hour at least. Okay, so you're going to need a pot or something like that. Very lucky that I've got my Dutch pot, which I don't use as much as I'd like to actually. So in there I've got some oil. I'm using a corn oil, something like that. I've got about 4 tablespoons. We're going to start off by dropping in 1 cup of green onions, spring onions, or today we're going to be calling them scallions. So many names. So nice low heat. Then we're going to drop in the curry powder. Now, West Indian curry powder is nothing like Indian. It's much more sort of aromatic. So you can get that from many stores. I think I've made it, so I'll try and remember to put a video up at the end. To that, I like to add a little bit of, like a teaspoon of allspice. Again, also known as pimento, and we're going to be calling it pimento today. So that's going to go in, and we're going to cook the curry powder for about 3 minutes on a nice low heat. Quite important to actually cook this curry powder out. And the curry powder, try and get it from a West Indian store or something like that. You can definitely get it online for sure. Or, like I say, I'll try and remember to put that video up at the end where you can make it yourself. All right, Simon here, just a few little notes. Okay, first of all, there's over 4,000 videos on our channel. We've been cooking for years, so get onto that little magnifying glass. You can search out. There's tons and tons of recipes. We're cooking pretty much every day. Thumbs up always helps me out. A little comment of anything. Tell me what you've had for breakfast even, that's fine. Just a comment helps the algorithm go. If you'd like to donate to me and help the channel out, there's a little thanks button in most countries. You can leave $2 or $1 million if you want. Okay, let's get back to cooking. Quite important to actually cook that curry powder out. I'm now going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, some curry powder have a lot of turmeric in it. My one didn't, so that's why I'm going for it there. We're going to grab the chicken. It's all going to go in. And like I say, I'm using onions in this today. Some people don't put onions in this at all, but definitely would use the scallions. So we're going nice and low. We're kind of below medium here. And we're going to throw this around in the pan for about 7 or 8 minutes. Stirring fairly often. Beautiful, just halfway through there. Look, I just want to show you some products. I'm not endorsed by these people. They're not paying me or anything. I just want to show you the, if you look out for Grace, for example, that's a good brand, I find. Tropical Sun, another good brand. Dunn's River, good brand. And like I say, I love that stuff, Encona. But yeah, Grace, Tropical Sun, Dunn's River. If you're looking online or anything like that, or in shops, I kind of recommend those brands. All right, let me get on with this. We're about halfway through here with this process. So that's kind of where you want to be. We've got the juices and the oils out of that chicken. That's why we're cooking it nice and slowly. Next up, we're going to add 2 vegetables. We're going to add 2 cups here of carrot and about 4 cups of potatoes. I've cut my potatoes slightly bigger than my carrots because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. We're going to continue just like this for another 4 or 5 minutes. And the only other thing we're going to do now pretty much is add some water, and not a lot of it. And by the way, yeah, nothing is endorsed on this channel. I don't endorse any products, just to point that out. But I am really happy to point people in the right direction. So, yeah, keep it on this nice lowish heat, below medium. Let's get a bit of flavour on those vegetables. We're nearly done. This is absolutely delicious. Great stuff. Now, some people will be cooking this chicken for half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't think it's necessary, but some people do. Next up, we're going to add some water. Got a couple of cups here, 2 cups of water. In that goes. You don't want to drown it out with water, really. I mean, you can if you want, but I think it's not necessary. Right, we're going to again stay on this below medium heat. We're going to get our lid, we're going to pop it on, and I'll be back now in about 10 minutes, and I'm going to stir it every now and then. Right, we're halfway through, just going to get in there and give it a stir. So we're just going to cook this until the vegetables are tender now. Okay, so let's just recap, go over some things. Okay, chicken, bone in, skin off if you like. Generally, I think that's a good idea. Wash the chicken with lime or lemon. Fresh thyme is better than the dried that I use, so if you can get that, it's good. Scotch bonnet, be careful, it's probably the most dangerous thing you're going to use in your kitchen. Wear rubber gloves or something when you're cutting it. West Indian or Jamaican curry powder is not Indian. It's not like Indian curry powder, so check it out. You must get the right one. Cook it slowly. We don't want any sort of hard heat here. Onions, no onions, up to you. Some people no onions. And always season your chicken first. Right, we're about 5 minutes away, I think, from this being done. Lid's going to go back on. I'm probably going to give it one more stir. Okay, off goes the heat. Off comes the lid. And there we go. That is looking beautiful to me. Super happy. Like I say, a lot of the water's kind of come out, reduced down, so you've got a nice consistency there. Check it for salt. But yeah, let's get that on a plate. All right, and there you go. So yeah, job done. I really loved that one. Beautiful for me, just with white rice. Hope you enjoyed that. Keep safe, keep well. I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Thank you so much for stopping by and making it to the end of the videos. If you would like to donate to me, there's a thanks button in most countries. You can give me $2 or up to $50. I need to buy a new Ferrari. Come on, help me out.